The best places in the world for a day trip. There are many places in the world that worth visiting. Many of them take several days and weeks for a good visit. However, there are also some very good places that only take a simple trip of a day or two. We are here to introduce all those best places in the world worth a quick visit. Let's start with Europe. Moscow is a unique city, which is mostly famous for the Kremlin and the Red Square. Visit the Kremlin. This gigantic site should not be missed. The diamond collection in the armory is worth a visit on its own. There are several stunning churches that warrant a visit. Choose one or two to go inside, then enjoy the rest from the gardens. Visit the Red Square. It's the heart of Moscow and the first destination for most visitors to the city. Surrounded by St. Basil's Cathedral, the State History Museum, Lenin's Mausoleum, and one of the Kremlin's long brick walls. The cobbles that make up the square are black and not red. The name comes from another gloss of the Russian word krasny, meaning beautiful. There are also some museums worth visiting, like the State Historical Museum and Moscow Design Museum. Next is North America. San Francisco is known for its Victorian architecture, particularly in the central and northern neighborhoods. Golden Gate Bridge is a must-visit for any first-time visitor to San Francisco. With some of the most beautiful scenery and intact natural environments in the city, the Golden Gate area is the spectacular northern tip of the San Francisco Peninsula. The city's most famous landmark, the Golden Gate Bridge, connects this district with Marin County across the bay. There are lots of things to see in this district, ranging from the pristine natural landscapes of the Presidio, to man-made marinas, Victorian architecture, and the Golden Gate Bridge. In places like the Presidio and Fort Mason, you'll find an interesting blend of both, with modern offices, historical buildings, and museums making their home alongside sandpipers, coyotes, and fox squirrel. Architecture buffs will definitely enjoy taking a stroll through the Pacific Heights and Cow Hollow neighborhoods, where ornate Edwardian and Victorian mansions are on display. Many are privately owned, so be respectful, but some are open to the public. Chicago is one of the top cities to visit in the world and is also an important part of traveling around the world. Most of Chicago lives in apartments, bungalows, condos, and houses on the north side or the south side, but this is where they all come together. To work amid the skyscrapers of the Loop, to relax in the parks and beaches along the lake, and to blow their hard-earned cash in the department stores on the Magnificent Mile. The walking route starts in the near north, proceeds to the Loop, veers off to the near west side, and returns to the near north. Here are some good visits during the walking tour. Hancock Center. This is only the third tallest building in Chicago, but it's better liked and better looking than the other two, and it definitely has the best view. Have a look at the old water tower. This is a Chicago icon, and the most famous survivor of the 1871 Chicago fire, along with the less celebrated pumping station on the other side of Michigan Avenue. Millennium Park begins at Michigan and Randolph, although most of the action is a little further south, closer to Madison. If it's warm, this place will be hopping. Don't miss the bean or the giant projection fountains. Banff is home to two of Canada's most picturesque locations, Moraine Lake and Lake Louise. Banff National Park is a must-see in Alberta, Canada. Banff is home to two of Canada's most picturesque and most Instagrammed locations, Moraine Lake and Lake Louise. They are incredibly popular sites, so get there early to beat the crowds. Beyond snapping some Insta-worthy shots, there is plenty of hiking to enjoy in the surrounding mountains. It's a beautiful place to relax in a rustic lodge or cabin or go camping. You can rent camping gear if you don't have any. Be sure to spend some time in the town of Banff as well. It's a touristy resort town, but it's also super quaint and charming. Then, it's Asia. Singapore is one of the best travel destinations, and the top cities to visit in the world are an important part of traveling around the world. Start your day by heading to either the Singapore Zoo, which is particularly great for the kids, or the Jurong Bird Park, which is the more romantic option. Make your way down to Orchard Road, or more specifically in Ngee City, to begin the shopping portion of your tour. Unlike America's malls, which occupy acres and acres of land, Singapore's scarcity of land forces its malls to develop skywards. Among the many malls in Singapore, Ngee City is considered to be the premier mall destination, hands down, and boasts an amazing number of high-end boutiques, including Tiffany, Cartier, and Louis Vuitton. Then, go to the southern side of the Singapore River. The first bridge to your right is Kavanaugh Bridge, the oldest bridge still standing. Walk along to the north side. To your left is Empress Place, now housing the Asian Civilizations Museum and the excellent but pricey Indochine restaurant complex, also housing Bar Opium and Siem Reap Cafe. Just past Empress Place is a statue of Sir Stamford Raffles, the iconic founder of Singapore. Go on, join the other tourists and have your picture taken in front of it with the CBD skyscrapers as the backdrop. That's what it's there for. Dubai is one of the 10 most popular tourist destinations in the world. Dubai is also sometimes nicknamed the City of Gold. You should visit the Jumeirah area. At 828 meters and 160 floors, Burj Khalifa is the world's tallest structure by a long shot, over 300 meters taller than the previous contender in Taipei. The observation deck at the 124th floor is the second highest in the world after the Shanghai World Financial Center. Dominating the Dubai skyline, the tower houses a hotel and a Las Vegas-inspired fountain system. Here are some good visits during your tour. Dubai Fountain and Dubai Mall. At 270 meters in length and sporting a jet that shoots water up to 150 meters, it is the world's largest dancing fountain and one with a very enticing display, a definite must-see. It's most easily accessed via the Dubai Mall. Dubai is known for its great beaches and the Jumeirah beach is the best. It's the most popular and busiest beach of the country. Jumeirah Mosque is the largest mosque in the city, and a wonderful example of Islamic architecture. It was built in the medieval Fatimid tradition with the interior decorated with elaborate Arabic calligraphy. It is one of few mosques in the city open for visits by non-Muslims. The Palm Islands are the best symbols of the boom and bust construction cycles in Dubai. Palm Jumeirah has the densest collection of beach clubs in the city, which are popular with locals and tourists alike. Dubai Miracle Garden is a colorful and well-maintained garden with more than 45 million flowers and numerous sculptures made out of flowers. The Emirates Towers complex is located on the Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai, and is a symbol of the city of Dubai. Next, we go to South America. Machu Picchu is the most visited tourist destination in Peru. A symbol of the Incan Empire and built around 1450 AD. Machu Picchu was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983 and was named one of the new 7 Wonders of the World in 2007. The Inca Trail is one of the world's best multi-day hikes. It takes 4 days to walk the entire trail and visit Machu Picchu. Spend all day exploring Machu Picchu. Start off with a 1-hour tour. After the tour, you are free to explore on your own. You can visit Machu Picchu all day, but you will need to reserve tickets for the morning and afternoon sessions. There is certain magic here, and you will be captivated by the views and splendor of Machu Picchu. Plus, with a full day, you can thoroughly explore Machu Picchu and spend some time getting away from the crowds at quieter, less visited areas. Midday, you can have lunch at the Machu Picchu Sanctuary Lodge, located right outside of the entrance to Machu Picchu. While you are here, consider the climb up Huayna Picchu, the peak that forms the backdrop for all photos of Machu Picchu. Only 400 people are allowed to climb per day, so your tickets need to be purchased well in advance of your visit. Next is Africa. For Africa, Victoria Falls is the world's greatest sheet of falling water, and is significant worldwide for its exceptional geological and geomorphological features. The obvious thing to see here is of course the Victoria Falls, also known as Mosi Oa Tunya, or the Smoke That Thunders, and Shungu Namutitima, or Boiling Water, in Lozi and Tonga languages respectively. Watch and listen to the roar of water plunge into a 100 meters gorge below. The fall is shared by Zimbabwe and Zambia. Both sides preserve the natural rainforest which is present because of the continuous spray from the falls. Visit the Victoria Falls National Park. The main viewing area for the falls is on the Zimbabwean side. Follow the winding path through the rainforest for several viewing angles of the falls as well as a statue of David Livingstone. Boiling Pot is where the water goes after the falls. It can be seen beneath the bridge or can be reached via a steep footpath within the park on the Zambian side. It is about 150 meters across. Its surface is smooth at low water, but at high water it is marked by enormous, slow swirls and heavy boiling turbulence. Swim right up to the edge at the top of the falls in a safe natural pool, which is called Devil's Pool. You can look over the edge, and the gidges will take plenty of photos of you. Victoria Falls Bridge is built in 1905 at the behest of Cecil Rhodes to carry the unfinished Cape to Cairo Railway is an impressive steel arch which gives a glimpse of the falls from its center. For Oceania, Fiji is popularly known for its attractive Pacific islands. Around 90% of the territory is water, and scuba divers and snorkelers have nicknamed Fiji the soft coral capital of the world. Mamanuca Islands are a group of tiny islands west of Viti Levu in Fiji. The Mamanuca Islands consist of more than 20 islands. At high tide, 7 of them are completely inundated. These islands offer coral reefs, crystal clear waters, and palm-fringed sandy beaches. Beachcomber Island offers a lot to do, from Fijian craft lessons to coral viewing in a glass-bottom boat. There is a huge range of water sports available and a great bar for cocktails on the beach with white sand stretching up under your bar stool. Snorkeling and scuba around Beachcomber Island is not to be missed. Mana Island Resort. Mana has 3 separate beach areas, clear waters, and lots of shady palm trees, poolside bars and loungers. Enjoy snorkeling and a range of water sports on the lagoon side or lays on the quieter North Beach. Here you have views out over uninhabited islands and Sunset Beach. Snorkeling off the north and the south beaches of Mana Island is excellent too. Sea Spray Ocean sailing departs daily from Mana Island. Explore beautiful beaches, lagoons and the crystal clear waters of the Mamanuca Islands on board Sea Spray, and 25 meters classic sailing schooner. Explore the uninhabited island of Madriki, snorkel, and visit a traditional Fijian island village on Yanuya. Bora is a volcanic island and is ranked at the top of the list when it comes to the most remarkably beautiful in the world. Bora is world famous for its vibrant turquoise lagoon, soft, white sandy stretches of beach, and luxurious resorts. It is perfectly possible to spoil yourself in one of the incredibly luxurious high-class resorts and spend the savings of a lifetime in a few days. Nonetheless, a bit of planning ahead can allow enjoyment of the majestic scenery with a tighter budget. There are comparatively more activities in Bora to keep you occupied than in other islands of French Polynesia. Being practical while lazing under the sun in a white sand beach, a good book will be in every case a very useful item to bring. It sometimes rains in Bora, and sometimes even a lot. The vast majority of the activities take place outdoors, and there are no cinemas, libraries or museums to visit, so even if large resorts do lend books and games, bring some good reading with you. There are many activities that are cost-free, like swimming in the lagoons and enjoying the famous sunset. Most destinations are aquatic-oriented, that may also include scuba diving and snorkeling. Besides the water activities, there are many other activities like parasailing, deep-sea fishing, which is one of its kind in the world since Bora is home of over 500 species of marine wildlife. There is also family hiking and climbing trails. On the relaxation part, the island is filled with natives specializing in ritual massage services. There are also private lagoon cruises, bus tours, and many motu hangouts. The island also offers flightseeing, along with helicopter tours. Now you know all the best places in the world for a day trip. Enjoy your trips. Thanks for watching.